everyone, you're watching Bricksalive, back with another Lego review. This time I'm super excited to bring you the Lego Ideas TRON Legacy set. This set was originally designed by Brickbros UK, and Lego has officially turned it into a set. And I'm super excited to open it up, so let's get right into it. So here is everything inside the box. We've got 2 bags full of the pieces for the light cycles, and we've also got this instruction booklet. And on the inside it has a brief section about the Brickbros UK and also the Lego designers that turned it into the official set, as well as a couple of pages about the movie. So without further ado, let's get right into the build. So here is the TRON Legacy set all built up. First of all, let's take a look at the minifigures. So starting off, here is Sam Flynn. He has this really awesome print for his torso and legs, which matches up really well. And he also wears this helmet with this visor, which you can lift up and down. And if we remove that, you can see his head print a bit better. And he also has this alternative hairpiece, which you can put on. And moving him around, you can see he has this really good printing on his arms. Both sides are identical. And he has this neck bracket where this identity disc, clips onto the back. And you can make him hold that. And if you remove the neck bracket, you can see he has this really good printing onto the back of his torso and an alternative expression. Overall, I think this is a really awesome looking minifigure. It's really well detailed, especially like the arm printing and the leg printing looks really good and lines up. It even has a couple of little highlights onto the feet. And his accessory with the identity disc is a nice printed piece as well. Now let's have a look at the next minifigure. So here is the next minifigure, which is Cora. She has this nice hair piece here and a new exclusive head print, and it has the little highlights above the eyes, and you can see it has nice torso and leg printing, which is different from the last minifigure, and it joins well between the legs and the torso. And you can see she has a sword accessory as well as the disc on the back, just like the last minifigure, and you can remove that as well. And she also has arm printing, which is different on both sides. You can see on this other side it has this little extra lettering as well, just like in the movie. And she also has an alternative expression on the other side of her head. And if we remove the neck bracket, you can see the printing underneath, which looks good and has the disc printed on there as well. So overall, I think this is a really well designed minifigure. Now let's take a look at the next minifigure. So here is the third minifigure, which is the Rinsler. You can see it has a nice black and orange colour scheme. And he has this helmet, which is originally the Iron Man helmet from the comics, but it has this printing with these orange highlights at the top and some silver lines down the side. And he has a nice torso printing, which matches up with the legs well. Unfortunately, no arm printing. He has this neck bracket which can hold 2 discs, just like in the movie, and they are printed slightly different to the other ones with the orange instead of the blue. And if we remove them, you can see it has one of the neck brackets with the Technic pins. And if we remove the helmet, we can see it has no alternative expression, but it does have this nice back printing as well. And if we get at the right angle, you can see they've printed some very subtle black on the plastic there to add some texturing, which is also on the other 2 minifigures as well, just in certain areas, which highlights the detail of the suit and looks really well designed. And if we move him around to the front, you can see his head underneath is a bit generic, but I think it does the job. And you can also see he's got some of that subtle black printing in some of the sections here. So overall, really good minifigure. Now let's have a look at the bikes. So here are the 2 light cycles. You can see there is an orange one and a blue one, and they are attached to this grid, which is used for a nice display and looks good with the bike sitting on top of it. And you can see it's slightly offset, and you can place the bikes on either side. Starting off with the blue light cycle, you can see it has some nice printed elements for the wheels, and you can see it has this little cylinder here, which is accurate to the movie, and it has these small flaps out the side which can be adjusted around a bit, and it's very sleek. It has this grill piece which angles slightly up along the minifigure's back, and the minifigure can fit on quite nicely, and he just lies forwards in a forwards position on there, and you can hold on to these 2 handles. And the wheels rotate as well. However, it's a bit difficult to grip onto a hard surface like this, but on something like carpet it will work a bit better, but you can get it to work. And you can see it's quite low to the ground with this plate here, and that's centered in the middle. Moving towards the back, it has this light trail, just like in the movie, and you can move that about 180 degrees. Here's a quick look at the other side, and you can remove the minifigure as well. And there's just what it looks like in there. Overall, a really good build. Now let's take a look at the second bike. Here is the second light cycle, the orange light cycle, which is built identical to the last one, just using an orange color scheme. You can see it has the fluorescent transparent orange pieces there, which looks really nice and stands out quite well compared to the rest of the build. And you can see you can fit the Rinsler on there, and he can just hold on to these two handles at the front, which are the same as the other bike. And it also has this trail as well with dark orange tail piece as well, and that can move around as well. And the wheels, just like the last bike, can spin. So overall, a really good looking model. Now let's take a final look at the set. Here's a quick look at the spare pieces included in the set. You've got a couple of extra light pieces there, and you got a spare sword, as well as one of these clips, and also one of these studs with the bar out the side. So overall, this is by far my favourite licensed Lego Ideas set. The bikes are really accurate to the movie, and I like how they look on display. The minifigures are really well designed with the arm printing and the new disc pieces, and they just look really good. And I'm glad they have this little display stand. And I think the Brickbros UK did a really good job with their original submission, and Lego has done just as well to turn this into an actual set. So thank you for watching this video. Stay tuned for an alternative build which will be coming out in a few weeks. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll talk to you again soon.